A week later, a group of hikers stumbled upon an abandoned cabin deep in the woods, about 40 miles from the Holloway mansion. Inside were several personal items: Mark's wallet, his watch, and a piece of Emily's bracelet. There were no signs of struggle, but the dust patterns suggested someone had stayed there recently. The discovery only deepened the mystery. Meanwhile, Claire's behavior grew stranger. In jail, she wrote long, rambling notes claiming her family had been taken and that she had been chosen to keep the truth hidden. She refused to explain what that meant. Detectives believed she was lying, possibly to cover up something she couldn't face. Then came a final twist. The fingerprint on the bleach bottle matched Claire's right thumb. That small piece of evidence changed the direction of the case entirely. The woman who once seemed fragile and confused was now the prime suspect in a case that made national headlines. The story of the Holloway mansion had shifted from tragedy to something far darker. A mystery tangled in fear, obsession, and secrets that no one could fully untangle. 3 months after the storm, Claire Holloway was arrested outside a grocery store in downtown Austin. She looked tired and disoriented, dressed in plain clothes and carrying a small bag of groceries. Detectives approached quietly, reading her rights as she stood frozen in the parking lot. The news broke within hours. Mom arrested in bizarre Texas mansion mystery. Cameras surrounded the police station, reporters shouting questions no one could answer. The once respected mother now faced suspicion of covering up her family's disappearance, though no bodies had ever been found. Inside the county jail, Claire remained silent during most of her interviews. She neither admitted guilt nor expressed remorse. When shown photos from the mansion, she barely reacted. Her attorney argued that she suffered from severe memory loss brought on by trauma, but investigators believed otherwise. They pointed to the hidden room, the journals, and the fingerprint on the bleach bottle as proof that she had tried to erase something inside the house. Forensics teams continued testing samples from the property, but the results were frustratingly inconclusive. Without physical evidence of death, prosecutors struggled to build a solid case. Still, the story captured national attention. True crime podcasts dissected every detail, and online forums were filled with theories. Some believed Claire had lost control after discovering her husband's secrets and done something terrible in a fit of madness. Others claimed Mark and Emily had staged their own disappearance to escape her obsession. A few even suggested the mansion itself had a dark history that influenced its residents. According to old property records, 2 previous owners had also disappeared without a trace decades earlier. The Holloway mansion was eventually sold to a new family, but the place never lost its eerie reputation. Locals said strange things continued to happen: doors opening by themselves, faint footsteps echoing through the halls, and lights flickering late at night. The new owners dismissed it as electrical problems, but neighbors whispered that the house would never be normal again. Claire remains in custody awaiting trial, her case delayed as investigators search for new evidence. She rarely speaks, but when she does, she repeats the same chilling words: "They're still there." Whether that meant her missing family or something far more mysterious, no one could say. And as the years pass, the legend of the Holloway mansion only grows darker, a mystery that refuses to fade away.